Hotels are weird. Maybe it's just me, but every time I stay in a hotel, I get this sense of being out of place. To me, hotels feel like nexus points, places that exist outside the natural flow of time. Every day, thousands of people bustle in and out, every one of them so focused on their own paths that they don't see anyone else's. They're permanent buildings that are filled with a lack of permanence. Okay, getting a bit too philosophical here. My point is that hotels are like the infrastructure version of where ley lines intersect. They're places where people from drastically different worlds can meet. Sometimes, when those meetings occur, incredible things can happen. That's what I want to talk about today. We all know that hotels are in the business of, well, business. Besides filling rooms, a lot of them have conference halls and venue space that they rent out to different companies or conventions. Bigger hotels that have tons of space will often rent out that room to two different conventions that take place over the same weekend. Most of the time, these are pretty small conventions, and the people attending them won't ever even cross paths, except maybe at the hotel bar. Sometimes, though, you get a hotel that makes a mistake and books two equally large cons at the same time. That's exactly what happened here. I was in New Orleans performing at a pretty big anime convention at the time. If you've never been to an anime or sci-fi convention, you really should. The people are awesome. The Artist Alley has some amazing work done by incredibly talented people, and you can go see as many or as few panels and shows as you like. I also love performing at these cons. The people who come to my shows are always fun, they always have a great time, and, might I say, they have mighty fine taste. Seriously though, I have depression and some pretty bad self-esteem issues, so when people do show up and have a genuinely good time, it makes me feel really good in my feel-good place. Anyway, anime convention people are a unique breed. They get up early, put on their cosplay, run around the con all day, and just let themselves go and have fun. We get to the hotel and check in. We're making our way up to our room when we look down into the lobby and see a massive wave of people walking in, all of them wearing green backpacks. We don't really think much of it. We're in a hotel in one of the most popular travel destinations in the world. We figure it's just some kind of tour group. We were wrong. Oh, how we were wrong. Anyway, we drop our things off in our room and head to the elevator so we can get down to the con floor. We get in the elevator, and there's a middle-aged mother and two young teens wearing the green backpacks already in it. We do the nod and get in. As we're going down, one of the kids says, "Hey, what's with all those people in costumes?" I'm about to do the kindly, neighborly thing and answer when the mother just goes, "They're sinners." The elevator stops, they get off, and we see the back of their bags. For the sake of privacy, I'm not going to call them directly out, but the bags basically said Church Youth Group. They were in New Orleans for a Bible retreat. Yeah, it still hurts my brain to think about that sentence. We walk out of the elevator and... You know when you're outside and you don't see any clouds, but you can just feel that a storm is about to come? That's the feeling we got. We head to the con floor and meet up with our friends. By this point, word is spreading about the church kids. Now, church kids are a lot like soccer kids. The kids themselves are usually fine. The parents are the terrible ones. The whole first day of the con, we see the green backpacks poking their heads around the corners, looking over, wondering what's going on. Most of us were more than happy to tell them. This is anime. Cool! This is cosplay. Cool! This is... we'll tell you about that one when you're older. Basically, we're being good neighbors and showing the kids around. The parents were not pleased about this. By the time the first day ends, we heard the hotel had over 50 complaints from the church parents. But the first day of a con is nothing. The second day is a Saturday. Saturdays are the day. By the time we make it to the con floor, things have already started happening. Some of the green backpacks had splintered off and joined our con, an act which was seen as heresy by the church moms. It got to the point where some of the parents were standing between our convention space and theirs, acting as a wall of purity to keep the kids safe. Here's the thing, though. The more you tell someone they can't have something, the more they fight to get it. By noon, the wall of Jericho is down and half the green backpacks are mingling. Some of the parents were so upset that they grabbed their kids and decided to leave early. Now, if you're not aware, Saturday nights are the biggest nights for most conventions. That's when you have the dances, the concerts, and most importantly, the cosplay contests. This was going to be a big contest, so the people entering were pulling out all the stops. It's here where the intersection is the strongest. One woman was upset with the happenings and was taking her kids to leave. They got their things from their room and were waiting at the elevator. A few floors above them, a man had just finished putting his makeup on and stepped in the elevator to head down to the cosplay contest. Back on the church mom's floor, the doors open and a man dressed in a full devil outfit is standing in the elevator. He casually holds the door open for them and says, "Going down?" 5 minutes later, there's an ambulance pulling up to the hotel responding to a heart attack. Don't worry, the woman lived. After that, the rest of both cons happened without incident, and everyone went on their way. The next day, the hotel was back to normal, and you could never tell anyone was there. Like I said, hotels are weird. The next time you travel through one, just think about all the people that passed through before you. Wonder if anyone's ever written a book about that. Oh, right.